It's in. Oh no. Oh no. We're already off to not so great a start because the yolk is broken. Oh. Okay, quick intermission. Hello everybody, I'm Adele, it's just me, and we're back with another video. Today I'm making not one, but two things. I'm going to be making two desserts out of this lovely book. The first thing I'm making are these meringues. Apparently they take about 4 hours because they have to bake for 2 hours and then sit for another 2 hours, but it's fine. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to get started now. First up, gotta get ingredients.
Okay, I'm doing my first voiceover, so I'm starting off by cracking in my egg whites. I do that by just putting the egg yolk either in between my fingers and letting the whites fall through, or just separating them using the shell. It really depends on how the egg breaks. Now I'm just getting my hand mixer ready to beat the whites until they make soft peaks. Here's what they look like after about 4 minutes of mixing. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add in the sugar. So I add in the sugar a little bit at a time just so that there aren't any big clumps and everything is fully incorporated. After all of the sugar is in the mix, I want to beat it until there are stiff peaks this time and the mixture is glossy. It took a while for this mix to get stiff peaks, so I decided to melt my chocolate while I was mixing. After I put that in the microwave, I added my vanilla and the rice wine vinegar. Finally, I gave it one last mix just to make sure everything was combined. Here's what I've got after all that mixing, so now I'm ready to add in the chocolate. There it is, all nice and melted. I did let it cool for a little bit because I didn't want to add in hot chocolate to my mix. Now comes my favorite part, adding the chocolate. I drizzled it over the mix and then lightly folded it in, not to lose any air, to give it a nice marbled effect. And there it is, beautifully marbled together. Now I'm just taking a spatula and spooning it onto the parchment. It almost flew away over there, but I put it back, fixed it, and then I spooned out 6 meringues. Nothing fancy, pretty simple, just kind of smooth out the edges so they're not super bubbly.
Okay, the oven is preheated to 200 degrees. They're in, and they're gonna sit there for the next 2 hours. While I wait for them, I'm going to clean up everything over there so I get ready for my second bake. And I'll probably go to the grocery store real quick because I think I need to get some puff pastry and milk. Okay, part 2 of the bake with me. The second thing I'm making is a puff pastry. The meringue should be out of the oven in 50-ish minutes. So I'm hoping that once this pastry is finished, then I'll just swap them out, you know? Yeah.
Quick look and bam, ingredients are there. I'm starting off by putting in my egg yolks, and then I'm going to add in the sugar to mix that together. I'm gonna beat it until it is a pale yellow color and it's nice and fluffy. Next, I'm adding in the cornstarch and the vanilla and giving it a quick mix again before adding in milk. added in the milk a little bit at a time just because the mix was pretty thick and I didn't want to make a big mess. Once all the milk was in there, it was a pretty runny mixture and there were some bubbles on top. Now I'm covering the bowl with some plastic wrap and I'm going to put it in the microwave for about 4 minutes, but I'm going to take it out 2 minutes in to give it a quick mix and then put it back in the microwave. The mix wasn't where I wanted it exactly when I took it out after 4 minutes, so I decided to put it back in for another minute or two to see if it would get any thicker.
I got donuts yesterday after we ate out in Roanoke because there's Krispy Kreme in Roanoke and there was a buy one get one for $1 sale. So donut break. If you didn't know, I'm here to tell you now. The perfect time for a warm donut, 8 seconds. One more minute for you, and 1 donut for me. Look at that custard.
Anyways, back to the meringues because they are ready to come out of the oven.
Honestly, I think it's pretty good.
Just a quick shot with some better lighting, because why not? Okay, so here I just explained that it's dark outside, so the lighting's getting bad, and it's getting late. My roommates aren't home, so there's no one else to eat the next bake with me. So I'm gonna make it the next day.
Okay, it's the next morning, and I'm going to finish my 2-bake bake with me.
Here is the lovely pastry that I bought the day before, and I'm just gonna put it on the parchment, cut it into 3 different parts, and now I'm poking it all over with a fork to help release steam. Into the oven they go for about 15 minutes, and bam, we are ready to plate and get them ready. The custard was chilling in the fridge all night, so it's nice and set. I just spoon it onto the pastry, and then I lay my strawberries on top. It was supposed to be 3 layers, but I only did 1 since I was the only one at home.
Thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed it. If you made this recipe, that's cool too. I tasted the meringue, so that's good. And I'm about to taste the pastry, so hopefully it tastes good. Yeah, thanks for watching.